Welcome back. Earlier this week, the Presidency said it was asking big business to delay or postpone any of the retrenchments they were making because they wanted more time for government's action plans to show results. At the moment, several big companies, particularly in the mining sector, have said they will have to lose workers because they can't continue to operate when they don't have enough electricity and when they can't move their goods to our harbours because of the problems with Eskom and, of course, with Transnet. Now, the economic freedom fighters say that this is a desperation tactic to stop job losses before the elections. Mzwanele Manyi is a member of Parliament for the EFF. He joins me now. Mzwanele, good afternoon to you. Thanks for coming in.
Good afternoon, Stephen, and good afternoon to your viewership.
Why do you believe this is a desperation tactic by government?
I think let's contextualize it, Stephen. As we speak here and now, we're sitting with some 11.7 million people unemployment. These are fit people that are able to do the work. We've never heard one word from Ramaphosa and his inept government about how to solve that problem. What we're hearing today, just to put it into proper context, all what Ramaphosa and his people are asking is people of South Africa to please keep me and my cabinet, which I have not even been able to give them to publicize their performance ratings. Me and all these people that I'm ashamed of, put me into power first, and then we can talk afterwards. I mean, what a shameful request. What a heartless request. Because if he had any sense of revolutionariness, which is what they claim, they should be asking to step down. They have destroyed the economy of this country. They have destroyed business. They have destroyed hope. And for us as the EFF, we're calling on all the people of South Africa to do the right thing for the country, to vote out this ANC government and make sure that they install a proper government that will take care of them.
There's plenty of time for electioneering. The point is, though, unemployment in this country has risen in almost every year since the 1970s. It doesn't matter who's been in power. Are you trying to make the argument that the ANC destroys business and the EFF would support business?
Most definitely. I mean, if you look right now, Stephen, let me give you some stats that will shame this government. As we sit here and now, the inequality of this country is worse than it was even during apartheid days. We've got poverty that has gone through the roof. We've got load shedding that has taken a cap. There is absolutely nothing. I mean, I keep asking these ANC people that think we're personal with Ramaphosa to say, just give me one thing, just one that has worked. They've destroyed everything. You can go anywhere. Everything is a mess. Infrastructure, the roads are a mess. If you go to railways today, grass is growing on the rail. It doesn't matter where you go. They've ruined the country. It's really a shame. In fact, the past 6 years has been taking the country on a spiral road in almost like an exponential rate. So indeed, I think the time for the ANC to go has long come.
In the last 6 years, the same things happened in the United States. The same things happened in China. The same things happened in Britain, across most of Europe. That was because of the pandemic. There are other problems. You don't hold the position of mayor. The EFF doesn't hold the position of mayor in Ekurhuleni, but you have the majority of seats on the mayoral committee. Has life really improved for people in that area where you sort of govern?
Oh yeah. In fact, there is this what you call it, propaganda about what's happening in Ekurhuleni. But I'll invite you to look at the facts, look at the financials, look at everything. That city has gone from strength to strength. The EFF team that is there has made quite a few improvements. Firstly, there was a big problem of the indigent population there that was not even able to do anything. EFF done the right thing to say, okay, let's write off those debts, about 10 billion of them, just to make sure that we have a clean balance sheet so that we can do things. So the EFF has done that. When we talk about the issue of sewer spillages, in the Ekurhuleni, this is the one municipality where within 24 hours, if you have to report something, within 24 hours, this thing is resolved. You've never seen such efficiency.
So the EFF is doing better in Ekurhuleni than the DA in Cape Town as well?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, the only place where Cape Town does better is where white people are. This is the truth. If you go to Khayelitsha, you go to Langa. Langa is a squalor where DA runs. Gugulethu is a mess where DA runs. So, no, DA just looks after white people.
So life is better in Tembisa than in Langa?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. If you go to Tembisa, you'll find tarred roads, you'll find people are having fun in Tembisa and all of that. Indeed, Tembisa is much better than, they know it themselves. Okay. Tembisa is better than Langa. This is fact.
Let's see what voters say. This is all, I mean, obviously your statements and what you're saying is all about elections. The ANC's got their big events.
It's about facts. We see there's a difference between the EFF and everybody else. EFF is a fact-based organization. What I'm saying here is auditable. Okay. If I say to you, Tembisa is better than Langa, I can give you spec for spec.
Let's let the people of Tembisa do that. The ANC's got the big rally this weekend. I presume that you, as the EFF, are also going to have an election manifesto launch at some point.
10th of February. That should be the national holiday. 10th of February, the best ever manifesto, Stephen. That thing, in fact, we worked on it this past weekend. It's the most comprehensive manifesto you can come across. Not some. It's a manifesto of a government in waiting at a national level, because already at local level, EFF is already governing. People of South Africa, if they knew what's good for them, they must put the EFF there. I mean, if you look at the quality of input that went into that manifesto, it's just unparalleled.
Okay, so move away from the general terms. I mean, you can say what you like, but how then would the EFF reduce youth unemployment? How would you create jobs? I mean, you're right, 11 million people, but over the last 50 years, apart from one small gap in the early 2000s, unemployment has risen. What would you change?
It's a very simple thing. It doesn't even take a rocket science. It just takes people that are serious about change. The very first thing, a company like ArcelorMittal should not be allowed to close. If you close ArcelorMittal, I mean, right now, direct employment there is about 3,500 people. Now, the indirect employment that is going to be lost as a result of just this one company is about a serious multiple of that. So the first thing to do, practical thing, that government should be doing right now, there should be a crisis a cabinet meeting now to say, how do we stop ArcelorMittal from being closed down? If we close ArcelorMittal down, this is the heartbeat of the industrialization of this country, the only company in the entire continent that's able to convert iron ore into steel. You allow a company like that to die, it actually treasonous. A cabinet should have stopped everything to ensure that ArcelorMittal does not close. The whole industrialization backbone of the economy depends on a company like this. You can't allow that company to close.
Okay. Mzwanele, you do wear another hat unless you lost the hat over the Christmas holiday, because you were the spokesperson, you still are the spokesperson for the Jacob Zuma Foundation. He's been in the news a lot this week. He's joined a new party, Umkhonto weSizwe. Do you know if former President Zuma is still a member of the ANC? Is he a member of Umkhonto weSizwe at the same time?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about those things. I think President Zuma has issued a press statement, has been on a presser to do whatever he needed to do and say. And as the EFF, we wish him well. We think as the EFF that the objective of bringing the ANC down is going to take more than the EFF. So whatever he is doing to bring this elephant down, we wish him well. We'll do our bit. He must do his bit. We have to bring this thing down, because as long as the ANC is in the government, South Africa is going to be worse off. So any player that can bring the ANC down, the EFF will clap hands.
Okay, including the Freedom Front Plus?
Doesn't matter. Anybody. Okay. Right now, we're not choosing. Anybody that can bring the ANC down should do. Because in fact, Stephen, let's be honest. ANC actually ANC. There's nothing ANC about ANC. It's actually, if you like, it's actually a scam of the century. These people are actually nothing but the administrators of the British Crown. This is what they are.
You were part of, come on, Mzwanele.
I know.
You worked in government for a long time.
I know, and I was under a spell. And that spell
you were under a spell?
Yes.
What of that time?
That spell is gone. I'm telling you now, Stephen, you can look at the history of this organization. It's absolutely nothing to be proud of. These people are just useful idiots of the Crown. I'm telling you now.
You were a useful idiot of the Crown.
I was part of the group that were useful.
Documentary.
That's what it is. That's really what it is. There's absolutely nothing revolutionary about these people. I mean, how do you take 112 years, and after that 112 years, you still have not dealt with the land question?
Okay. Yeah? Isn't it as simple as saying that you and former President Zuma didn't get what you want? You lost the arguments you were involved in the ANC, and then you left?
Well, I don't want to talk about the ANC things. I think President Zuma and his spokespeople are quite competent to deal with that. But the important thing is that we don't even think there's any ANC left. There's no ANC in this country. Okay. That thing is dead.
You say it would, you applaud anyone who works against the ANC.
Yeah.
That's what you say. I'm sure you and the DA are looking forward to working together. But let me put this to you, because it would surely be easier if you were all to do it together, as the DA is trying to do on the other side with the sort of moonshot pact or the multi-party charter, right? What I'm trying to get to is, it would surely be easier for you as the EFF, if you wanted to remove the ANC, as you say that you do, to work with Zuma, for him to join the EFF, or for the EFF to join Umkhonto we Sizwe. Why is that not happening? Did you ask him? Did you try and ask him to come and join the EFF in some way?
No. President Zuma has got very clear agenda of what he needs to do. And I think I really don't want to get into discussions about you said, I said, and all of that. I think, please, maybe you should. What I can help you with is to give you the right numbers for you to contact President Zuma and his people. I mean, right now, the important
thing... But he's still the spokesperson for his foundation.
For the foundation, not for his politics, for his foundation.
Sure.
So, therefore, the important thing right now is people of South Africa should come out in their numbers. Everybody must do a national duty, and the national duty is to remove the ANC. Okay. That's what people should do.
You can keep saying it. I'm going to keep asking questions.
Yeah.
So just to understand, you're a member of Parliament for the Economic Freedom Fighters. Yeah. You're the spokesperson for the foundation of Jacob Zuma, who's a former leader of the ANC, currently a member of the ANC, and a member or a leader of Umkhonto we Sizwe. So you're involved, between the two of you, in at least 3 parties that will compete against each other in the elections.
Yes, it's just called maturity and emotional intelligence. We're able to separate issues. Some people would call it
political, I don't know, political polygamy or something. I mean, can you really all be working in the same direction? If that's the case, then why not just form one party, which isn't happening?
No. I think what is important is that you must look at the value proposition. The EFF is not opposed to working with any other people. But we are principled, we are not opportunistic about it. As the EFF was saying, if we are able to deal with us, here is the agenda, that a minimum program that we can work on. If people agree on this minimum program, the EFF will be happy to work with those people.
As you do with the Halting ANC?
Yeah, that's right. If the minimum program, for instance, I think one confusion that people have about the EFF, they say is in coalition and so on. Let me clear this once and for all. The EFF has never signed any coalition pact with anyone. What the EFF does, the EFF looks after the interests of the people. And if there is a convergence between the interests of the people, the EFF doesn't matter who it is. It will work with anybody if the aim and objective is to uplift the people. So those kinds of arrangements that the EFF have are not, should not be elevated to coalition. No, they are just arrangements for a specific purpose. Those are special purpose vehicles to liberate the people of this country.
Should we look forward to more special purpose vehicles in Gauteng after the election? You will be working with the ANC but not in a coalition?
I think anybody that buys into the agenda of the EFF, which is very principled agenda, by the way, very principled agenda, it's written down and all of that, no hidden secrets or anything. If anybody buys into the agenda of the EFF, the doors are open to with the EFF.
Mzwanele Manyi, you enjoying the red, by the way?
Oh, yeah. No, it's a beautiful color. It's same as my blood color. My blood is red, so I'm at home.
It used to be black.
Yeah, no. This is the real thing. That was just a graphic, but this is real. The blood is red. The T-shirt is red. That's how it should be.
Mzwanele Manyi, entertaining to talk to you as always. Thank you very much indeed. A member of Parliament for the EFF and 1 or 2 other positions. A lot more news to come in a moment.